Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Brian the Floridian, coming to you from Belleair, Florida. And right behind me is an old hotel built back in 1897 called the Bellevue Inn. And I'm going to be staying there actually. I've been wanting to stay at this hotel for some time. It's been renovated in 2018, I believe, back to its former splendor, but definitely one of the oldest standing hotels here in Florida, or inns. And this was actually built by one of the most influential gentlemen back in the 1800s, Henry Plant, who was a railroad tycoon that developed Florida, that basically opened up Florida for tourism, for industry, for citrus, for all kinds of stuff. But he was very influential. I mean, one of the guys you always hear about Henry Flagler, but Henry Plant was very important for Florida. But let's go check out one of his hotels. This is one of the only 2 hotels standing from his 8 that he originally started back during that period of time from the 1800s. Let's go check it out. Follow me. So guys, here's the front of the Bellevue Inn. A little bit of roundabout right in front of it, and coming from that way is actually it's actually part of a gated community of part of Belleair. All these are condominiums right here around it, so they've really built this place up. But there's Clearwater Harbor just beyond that building right over there, and this nice sign greets you right here to the inn since 1897. And it is the original building back from that time period, fully restored. So very nice. So guys, Henry Plant was actually called at times the King of Florida because he developed Pinellas County and just really this whole side of Florida on the west coast. And he just basically opened up the whole area to industry, to tourism. Pinellas County especially, I mean, this place would have been probably a lot different if it wasn't for Henry Plant. So guys, Henry Plant was actually born in 1819 to a small modest farming family in Branford, Connecticut, and he actually became a captain's boy for New Haven Steamboat Company, which ran between New York and New Haven, Connecticut, and basically took a very interest in the railroad industry and quickly moved up the ranks. And in 1854 he actually became the superintendent of the southern division of the Adams Express Company in Georgia. So keep in mind that the Civil War was happening around that time, and after the outbreak of the Civil War, a lot of these railroad companies went bankrupt. So he was smart. He actually bought a few of them. He actually bought a bunch of small railroad companies that were bankrupt, and just merged them all and just developed a lot of these lines all up and down the east coast of the United States, particularly here in Florida. So definitely a lot of history about him. I would recommend reading about his history online, but very influential for Florida for what he did, especially on the west coast. But with that wealth of his, he had different hotels from Punta Gorda all the way to Jacksonville, and there's only 2 surviving right now. There's one that is in Tampa, which was called I think the Tampa Hotel, I believe, and this one here, which is called the Bellevue Inn. But anyway, guys, let's go take a look inside and see what it looks like, see what the renovations did with this hotel, and see how the former splendor was restored. But this is where you check in right here. There's a little place right here, a roundabout, like I said. You check in right there, you go up the steps, but there's a nice little veranda right here in the front where you can sit out here and just enjoy the breeze coming off the Clearwater Harbor, which I said was right over there past that building right there. But let's go take a look. Alright, so going up the steps front steps of the hotel. So this is all wooden construction on the front here. Nice little rug that welcomes you to Bellevue Inn. And it is listed on the Historical Hotels of America registry here. So keep in mind, all this new stuff right here was not here back in the 1800s. This is probably all woods and just probably citrus trees back then. You know, whatever industry they were doing back then. This is more of a retreat, so this is probably more subtle back in the day. But there's a golf course right over there. But keep in mind, there's a lot less development around here. Let's go take a look inside here. There's a front desk right there. And you walk in, it's like a baby grand piano, some stairs. This is actually the first room you walk into the hotel.
If it's under, then they can spend more money, you know, towards something else. So I'll do the 29th, that's Saturday, and out Monday.
A nice little fireplace overlooking the pool. And there's also a veranda back on the back end of the hotel. Let's take a look more inside here. Little guest book. Here's a picture of Henry Bradley Plant, 1819 to 1899. And that's the man himself. And that's the one of the old pictures from the old hotel when it was.
306.50. And then King Pool View, 326.50.
Probably from the 1800s.
I think that'll be fine, so that'll be $600, right?
There's actually a railroad right there.
No, but then they can use it. They can just, they'll do it, because it could have a little extra, just didn't.
There's plenty of sitting areas in here, which is nice. There's a stairway. The main stairs go up to the first three floors. I meant to say. So there is 35 rooms in here, 35 rooms and suites in this hotel. Let's go take a look down this hallway right here. It's called Morton's Reading Room. Oh, hang on one second. Let's see this. Little picture history about the Bellevue Inn.
Yes. Yes.
All right, Lisa, we made it through.
Just don't tell them how much.
So JMC was actually the one that did the restoration for this grand hotel. There's a little bit of a timeline talking about when this place was open. So he was also involved with steamships. So John McEntee Bowman of the Biltmore Hotel chain purchased the hotel and changed the name to Bellevue Biltmore. So went through a name change. And that was his son, Morton plant. So it starts right there. It's like his son took over till 1819, and then Mr. Bowman took over the hotel and became the Bellevue Biltmore. It looks like the Army Air Corps took over in 1942. Had it for a time. Mr. Powell, Mr. and Mrs. Bernard Powell, and his sister Norma May Peabody and Roger L. Stevens purchased the hotel and reopened it in 1947. Wow, went through a lot of different hands right here according to this little timeline. In 1997, it sold again, changed its hands before closing in 2009 for failed plans to renovate. So it sat there vacant until 2015. Interesting. It wasn't open until 2018 until they renovated from JMC Communities of St. Petersburg. So that hotel lobby is actually true to 1897. And also the rooms. Okay, let's go take a look at the Morton's reading room. Looks like a little, maybe a bar here, or a wine bar at one time. It's like a big tarpon up there. Old school looking fishing rod. Some pictures. I imagine that's Henry Plant right there. Right next to that fish. So a lot of celebrities stayed here over the years, and I imagine these are some of the pictures of people that stayed here. Looks like Bob Dylan. Chrissy Brinkley. George Bush. Some of the faces that stayed here. And here's some of the old postcards from the Bellevue Inn. Another old photograph from 1920s right in front of me. That's Clearwater Harbor right there. Here's the other side of the room. Looks like an old steamboat. Old menus from the Bellevue Biltmore. Drink and wine list. So pretty cool that they preserve this history here. There's an old luncheon menu. Old record player. Looks like they played some games here back in the day also. It's like a part of the, not sure if it's part of the hotel right there in that picture. And from reading, Babe Ruth actually stayed here at one time too. There's a picture. There's one of his cards up there. I'm trying to get this thing to focus a little bit. There's an actual fireplace with some leather chairs to kind of read, maybe relax. Looks like an old picture of Mr. Henry Plant himself. And there's his son right there, Morton Freeman Plant. 1852 to 1918. Another picture of Henry Plant. There's all more relics from history here. There's the actual floor plan from 1897. That's pretty cool. So there is 3 floors in this inn or hotel, and that is when they were constructing the hotel in 1896. That's pretty cool. They have an old picture of that. Some old relics from the hotel, I imagine. Pieces of renovation or maybe from history. Oh, old style hats. And there's looks like an original button for the elevator. So this actually is on a golf course, and there's one of the old signs from the golf course. There's some old pictures from more old pictures from back in the old times here.
But this is the museum right here.
There's just so much history along these walls here in this hallway. There's these people riding bikes. I imagine they're from, it says 1900s.
Sell beer and wine and Macy's and
And there's like the
air conditioner.
old picture of the hotel. And actually, I think it looks like it actually shrunk in size, but
A little cool to get it in there, you know.
Yeah.
I think this is original hotel right there,
This was the Tiffany room.
which we stand in right now.
There was a guy, historian.
Joseph.
Yeah, he did.
So this room is actually called the Tiffany Room, and it's really famous for the Tiffany glass on the rooftop here. I believe this is the original Tiffany glass from the hotel. But they use it for maybe a sitting room here, maybe for breakfast, I imagine in the morning, or for like maybe a banquet hall type thing. But that's the original Tiffany glass up there in the ceiling. So they have a little marketplace right here on the side called Macy's, and a few things that grab and take with you. Some beverages here, looks like some ice cream. Some sandwiches right there too. And so they actually serve coffee and tea in here as well as wine, overlooking the pool and the veranda. It's very nice. Some more old pictures right here in the hallway. On this side of the cafe, Let's go take a look at the fitness room here. Oops. Pretty nice. It's a Belleair spring. So they do have the main staircase, but also elevators right here. If you need to go up the stairs, don't want to take that stairs, take the elevator. I like to say that this is probably the original elevator. Another shot of the grand piano. Let's take a look upstairs. Go up the grand staircase, or the main staircase. I just love the wooden floors, just amazing. Just the cool feel of the cracking underneath your feet as you're walking up the stairs. Here's the second floor. So they do have a little bit of art gallery here. They're profiling one of their artists here. Beyond the walls, Miss Crit. So this is her artwork right here. Throughout the staircase, the hotel. I'll show you guys the hallway down here. Let's go up the stairs, take a look up here. I just love these cracking wooden floors. This is original staircase railing right here. Not sure if it is. So third floor, overlooking part of the golf course. Oh, there's another floor up there. Maybe there's 4 floors on this building here. Let's take a look upstairs. Okay, the very top. This is what the lady at the front desk was telling me. The original staircase was up here in glass. Or part of the original staircase enclosed in glass right here, so you kind of check it out. Got some old floor plans from the hotel. I guess imagine when it was built. And this place was actually bigger. I mean, there was much more buildings with this main part of the hotel. Even though they preserved 35 rooms of it, 35 rooms and suites, they still had many more buildings back during its heyday. Let's take a look down here. This is actual 4th floor. I'm not sure what's up here, but looks like it just stops right there. And there's two different stairways on the other side too that go up to another room. I imagine another suite up there. Pictures of the hotel back in the early days. Old school picture of the pool, I imagine, from here. So I think these are the bigger rooms, the bigger suites up here on top on the 4th floor. And here's the elevator. Which goes all the way down to the 1st floor. Ice machine. And that's the other side. And some of the old pictures have the railroad actually going right in front of the hotel. And talking to the front desk attendant, they actually moved this hotel, this whole building, 300 feet, and they turned it around. So it was facing the Clearwater Harbor, the water, but they turned it around and moved it 300 feet. So it's facing more inland now. So definitely a cool fact that I found out about this place. But let's go check out our room. Let's go take a look at our room. I mean, I just checked in, so let's go right to our room on the 2nd floor. All right, so I'm coming down the stairs, going right to 210, which is the room that we checked out in, and it is right in front of me right here. So we're staying in 210, which is on the 2nd floor, and even though this is an old hotel, they do have modern way of getting into the room. So let's take a look inside. Let's take a look. And this is our room. Right over here, overlooking the pool. And there's a coffee maker right there, a Keurig maker. King size bed, so really, really nice. Has a high, tall ceilings, typical with hotels back in the day, I imagine. And I want to say these windows are the actual pane, old style pane windows from way back. Yeah, pretty thick windows. But there's a pool, guys, right there. So we're facing the pool. This is the back of the hotel. And there's a jacuzzi right over there in the middle, at the end of the pool, and 2 cabanas. But this is the room right here. It's got the little sitting chairs, one right there. There's a desk. There's also a little TV. And the floors are wooden floors. Take a look at the bathroom. So a lot of modern amenities here in this hotel. Got your shampoo and conditioner, also some soap. I like the old style faucet right here. That is a cool touch right there. Old style faucet with a drop down sink. So a little bit of modern and antique stuff there, but look at this. This is really nice. Your bathroom right there. So we do have a shower. Very, very nice. Looks like a dryer right there. So we got our waters for the night, our sort of soft drinks. Also, below the coffee maker, there's an actual fridge right there, which is nice, nice touch. Let's take a look inside this thing. Nice little fridge. And I failed to mention there's also a nice little closet with a safe in there, as well as an iron and an ironing board hanging right there. So very, very nice. And on the wall looks like an old postcard from back, maybe a long time ago. I want to say this is probably at the turn of the century there. Postcard of the actual Hotel Bellevue. in Belleair, Florida. And it looks like an original room key on that postcard right there. So this is actually a blown up version, I imagine, of the postcard on the other side of that, so. Also on the wall over the bed is another painting depicting the hotel. The Bellevue Hotel. All right, so here's the pool area. And there's the back of the house right over there, the Bellevue Inn. And Mother Nature is not being too friendly. The rain clouds are coming down. But look at that huge rainbow behind the house. It's pretty cool. Right over the top of the house is that huge rainbow. Very, very impressive.